Hello, Facebook.
Hello.
How are you? We have Sarah here. So let me make sure that I didn't go live on the other one. I'm trying to go live on another group at the same time. You know me, multitasking, guys. So let's see. Oh, that one can't work. Oh, don't know what I did there. Okay, excuse me for a sec. This is what happens when gremlins come in. So I'm trying to make the most use of my time, of our time, and go into two places at the same time. So if you see me going like this a little bit, it's just I'm in Better Business Builders Network. So it's a Facebook page. Come in and join us there if you haven't already, if you're in business. So bear with me for just one moment while I go into live video in that one as well. So ask me how to do this again another time, guys, and we can.
Well, I'm learning today watching you do this.
Okay, let's see what we're doing. Make sure it's Better Business Tips, and we look backwards in both.
Oh, we do too.
We're just going live now in 3, 2, 1 in that one. So let me just tweak this a tiny little bit. So what happens is, now excuse my messy office, guys, it will be cleaned up this week, I promise, and if it doesn't, there's my accountability out there. So we're on my personal page up here, and we're down here in Better Business Network. So hi guys, and welcome. One thing I'm not going to do in these videos is every time you come on say, hello Sarah, hello Carmel, all of this. If you've got questions, type them into the box and we'll get to the questions. However, I'm not going to say hello to everyone because it annoys some people. So let's get started. So Better Business Tips, what is it all about? So the theme for the next few weeks is all about video. So that's why I brought Sarah on with me as well. We're talking about video and how to use video in your business. So we're going to talk about 3 things today. It's why video, a video plan, what you need to do if you're planning a video and you're going to make a video in your business, and a seed video. What is a seed video and why should you use it? So there's so many stats out there as to why you should use video, and one of the big things that you need to know, we're here on Facebook, is by 2021 Facebook reckon that everything will be video. So myself and Sarah are doing a lot of work together at the moment, because we have some amazing events coming up. But what I wanted to touch base with Sarah was why video?
Well, I think you hit it on the head there. You know, we use social media all the time, and it's becoming more and more about social media marketing now. And if you think about, you know, someone on their phone scrolling, they say you've got between 3 and 10 seconds to grab someone's attention. And I mean, all the stats show that it's video that's getting the highest play time, it's getting the most stops, you know, when people are scrolling. It's just that instant engagement that happens with a video. I don't want to say it, but maybe we're getting lazier. People feel like they don't have enough time to necessarily read posts or read long copy, that sort of thing. There's something about a video that is really engaging to our brains. Yeah, and it's getting that message across quickly.
And here's the thing, some time ago, somebody said to me about, you know, having all the text, you know, at the bottom of the video. While, you know, there is some relevance in that, but people are quite often, and at a high level of business, are actually listening to the video rather than just reading the text. So to be engaging, to actually engage in them, to bring images in that for your target market are very relevant, the text will go along with it. But if you think about hitting all the modalities, what they're seeing, what they're hearing, what it's making them feel, we're all looking for a quick fix.
Yeah.
So you can increase your sales by, I think, up to 144% are some of the stats out there, just by using video.
Yeah, and that's huge. I mean,
Huge?
Who wouldn't even want half of that, right?
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
And I think you touched on something there. It's video for your business, so it's marketing videos. So you do, they have to be relevant to your avatar. So it's coming back to some of the things we've talked about before.
Yeah.
But now we're talking about your marketing message in a visual form and an audio form.
Yeah.
And how is that going to resonate with your ideal market who's out there on social media? Yeah.
It has to, and it has to talk to them. And here's the thing, we all kind of know as well in business, you have 3 to 5 seconds to actually grab their attention. So if you're not grabbing their attention and it's not making sense to them, they're going to switch off. We've looked at so many videos, and some of them we've gone, whoa, nah, I'm already disengaged. And others were going like this.
You just want to keep watching them.
You know, sometimes you want to keep them really short. Other times, if it's that engaging and really down deep into your ideal client, that they can be a little bit longer because it keeps them engaged all the time. So, you know, understand that the length, while important, isn't the most vital thing. Talking directly into your ideal client, that's the more important thing. And videos are just so powerful for doing that. So that's number one. So why video? Because
you're going to fall behind if you don't.
Yeah. And that's it. I'm so glad you said that, Sarah, because we have to keep up with the times. We have to actually keep up with how business is being done. And look, we're hearing all of the doom and gloom that's on the news and everything like that. So more and more people are going to start going into business for themselves, or going into business online, or trying to make an income in a different way. So you have to stand out in that big sea of messages that are coming out there. And if you don't keep up with video, because it is trending, it is the new way to do it, you are going to fall behind.
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely.
It's 2020, guys, and no more excuses that you can't do all the techie stuff in the back end. Like, it's all about building your skills for 2020. Like, that's huge.
Who knew I could make videos?
You can make amazing videos. Have you guys seen Carmel's videos lately? They're like, so cool.
And guys, it's not as hard as you think, which brings me to step 2 with video plan. It's just really being clear on what message do I want to get across. Again, understanding your ideal client enough to know what is it, the problem that they need to hear that I can solve. And it can be easy, and you can make some entertainment videos. If any of you have watched any of my videos, you'll know.
Novelty is great. Come on, it's a great way to capture people's attention. So a bit of novelty, a bit of humour to get someone watching, and then you can come in with your value overlay, right?
Yeah, absolutely, because you have to grab them. And if you haven't looked at it, you need to look at, and Seth Godin talks about it a lot, the purple cow effect. So it's, you know, you're driving along in the country, and I've got an alarm going on my phone.
Let me do
Sorry,
that.
Sarah.
Excuse me, guys. Probably got my armpit in them.
I have all my reminders to tell me how wonderful I am.
Which you are.
So cool. Purple cow effect, though, is when you're driving along in the country, for example, and I know this from Ireland, quite often you're driving along, you see, you know, green bushes, you would see cows, you'd see, over here you see kangaroos, and it all blends into the background, and it becomes normal. So that's what happens in our marketing, in everything. We don't see stuff because we're going, oh yeah, there's another video, oh there's another thing. So we need something that jumps out. So novelty. So the purple cow, if you can imagine driving along seeing all these cows, and suddenly there's a purple cow in the middle of it, you're going, holy cow, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
So that's what we need to do, is the theory of the purple cow effect within our videos. So you have to have a plan. It's not just a jump in front of a camera and say hi. Like, we're doing this now.
We have a plan.
Yeah, but we have a plan. We have 3 clear steps that we want to cover with you. Yes, we can add lib to it, and we can, you know, because we know what we're talking about. But if you don't have a plan when you're making your video, or what message you want to get across, trust me when I tell you this, because I've experienced this, it can be messy. You can lose hours of bringing it back. Have the plan first before you do it, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and I think that's where it's quite good, like having someone else to get a bit of feedback on it when you're planning your videos. Just so that you kind of get it out of your head.
Yes.
Get a bit of a sounding board, and then you can go film those.
Yeah. Some of the best things that I believe we've done is by working together, and also by working with a mentor, because we'll bounce stuff off, and sometimes we don't necessarily know what we don't know. So having somebody else that can look over your shoulder and go, well, hang on, maybe you can tweak that, or oh my God, that was great, let's join that one with that one, is really powerful. So plan it. So plan it like a story. I did one just recently. It was a new way of making videos I was having a look at, and I did it, and there was a bit of fun in it, and it was about my old car versus my new car, and Sean Connery, have a look at it, because Sean Connery is really weird in it.
Definitely hooked my attention with that image in there.
But I had a bit of a, do you want to know how I went from here to here? Do you want to know how I went from a little girl in Ireland to an international speaker? Well, you know, you can too with a bit of help, and I put some fun stuff in it and there. But my thought behind it was, hey, contrast.
Yes.
Here I was.
I was going to say it's contrast.
Yeah.
People, you know, it's the before and after. You don't need a lot of words for someone to see a before and after photo and know what you're talking about, and what the big promise is, what the solution is that you can help solve for them.
Yeah.
Contrast is amazing. I mean, in copywriting we use it all the time, and that just transfers straight across into video.
Yeah, because think about weight loss, guys. You know, the way you see the before and after in weight loss. How impactful are they, and how quickly do you know exactly what they're talking about in that moment? You don't need words with it. Absolutely right.
So just before we go on to the next section,
sure.
I thought I'd ask you a few wee questions, because we are on the topic of planning. So I know that, as you were saying, we've been stockpiling and creating lots of videos. We've got an event coming up soon. So in a few words, how do you plan your week when it comes to videos? So we're 4 weeks out now.
Yeah, 4.5 weeks out.
Now, I know there's something sitting over there on your whiteboard, which we can't easily bring around, but like maybe explain to people, how do we plan out a week's worth of marketing videos?
So that's our whole thing about, and we'll be going deeper in marketing and the marketing plans. Each event, guys, and this was the thing, I was kind of slapdashing it, if I'm honest, and it was exhausting to do it. So every event needs a very specific marketing plan. So we have been making videos, and we've been doing some content. So now I have color coded it. And I have certain groups, and I have my own page and things like that. So I've actually color coded, say, video 1 there, video 2 there, video 3 there. Mix them up so that you will see videos coming out everywhere, but it won't be the same one in each group all the time. So I've color coded it, so at a glance I can go, right, 1, 2, 3, they can match up like that. I also have testimonials in there. It's really important, guys, to get your testimonials no matter what you're doing. If you can't get video ones, get written ones, and use the visual of that person's photo on them as well. Obviously get permission and all of that, guys. And then I have I use a program called Asana, and I have a template in there which we've just sat down and gone
Carmel's
through.
just showing me her Asana template for events. And part of that is planning out when each video will be set live out in Facebook land, social media land, LinkedIn, websites, all that sort of thing. And I have to say, like, props to you, Carmel, because, wow, mind-blowing. But also it's just like you do it once, and I can see now how we can duplicate that for the rest of the year. So it comes back to the planning.
Yeah.
Like you talked about general business planning in your calendar.
Yeah.
Asana's so good for that. And there's that overlay between
there's
the
so many
calendar
different
and then
views.
individual days and reminders of when to do what, and it was great.
So it's really, that's why we talk about having a plan for your video, but plan when you're going to put those out and where you're going to put them. Please make sure you are not just spamming everyone everywhere. Please make sure that you are talking directly to who it is that you need to talk to. I saw a video on somebody else's page just recently, who is a person that is building videos and is a person who is building lots of, you know, different things on social media, and yet their video, while images and that were great, had absolutely no sound. Nothing, no music, nothing in the background. And I'm going, oh no, that's
amazing how much music helps with just the connection, the emotional aspect of it. And just engagement factor. If something has cool music, I want to keep listening. I mean, that might be my personal thing, but it gives a bit of an atmosphere to the video.
There's a lot of actually subliminal stuff going on. Think about the supermarket, and when you go in to buy something that, you know, one item you have to do, and you come out with a whole trolley full of stuff. We've all done it, let's face it. That's a lot to do with the music and the placement of stuff on the shelf.
Yes.
And it goes back to a guy called Edward Bernays, if you want to look him up, guys, and to things called like influence, the psychology of persuasion. There's a whole science behind it. So having good music that's upbeat connects the upbeat music to that person. You want to look more at their stuff. So make sure that you plan it, guys. Put a few, write it down, go, what message am I trying to give it? And reverse engineer it. How do I communicate that in the smallest amounts of words? Because we don't want it all filled up. Cool. What else? John has just asked, which social management platform do you use? Sorry, John, I'm not 100% sure what you mean by that. Do you mean, do I use something like Hootsuite or something like that to plan my posts? And if that is the question, the answer will be no. I don't put in, I don't schedule my posts to go in because Facebook know that. And Facebook will give more...
like downgrades.
Yeah, they downgrade it if it's an automated one. So if you're using Hootsuite or... Gosh, I can't even think of the other ones. There's a lot of various different ones that you can put in your posts and it automatically posts them. Facebook will not show your post to as many people as they would if I put them on. Yeah, Hootsuite, yeah. No, I don't use any of those at all, John. So because I know the Facebook little algorithm spiders, they will downgrade me and less people will see me than if I actually post live. So I post live, or I have an assistant that posts live as well.
I was just going to say, with respect to that, when you are uploading your videos onto Facebook, make sure that they're being uploaded directly into Facebook rather than linking to an external site like YouTube or something like that, because that also can affect the algorithm and that sort of thing. So you want that like MP4 straight off your PC straight into Facebook.
Yeah, because think about it, YouTube is a competitor to Facebook, so they don't want to be shown Facebook thing. Cool. Yes. Okay. Awesome, John. I hope that helps. Yeah, I don't use any of those. I used to, but I don't use any of them anymore. Cool. You're welcome. Okay, so we're on to number 3, which is a seed video. So when we talk about a seed video, it is literally something, as it says, to plant a seed. So it's a little video, and I'll be putting some out in the next week or so you can see them as well. That they are things to seed an event, or to seed an idea, or to seed a plan that is coming up. So whatever they are, they're things to seed something. So why would you use a seed video? Because instead of just going to buy my stuff, you want to show them that you have value. But you want to be implying in that video, I have value, and also here's a way you can work with me further should you want to. Because you're doing a disservice to the people that need your help if you don't direct them to how they can help you, or you can help them. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. I think it's also like, if you're looking at coming back to the planning, and like where would the seed video come in? It would come in probably even 2 months before, months before. It's in that early stages of a marketing plan, and it's when you're just starting to seed people, hey, this is, I've got maybe the event coming up, but you start talking about what's happening in the event in terms of content, value, maybe who you're working with on it. It's maybe the story behind getting ready for the event. It's anything that's not too salesy, like sales and promotion, and a lot more value being given. But seeding the idea of what it is that you can help people with. And
lots of value. Like, so over the next coming weeks for these business things, we are all about video for this theme for the next few weeks. I'm going to take you in to my room, my video setup room. I'm going to show you how it's set up. I'm going to show you why. Green screen, the whole lot. And you don't have to go, here's the thing, you don't actually have to go to that extent. And you also don't even have to be face to camera in order to make really effective videos. So I'm going to show you some of that. Sarah will be here for some of the times, Sarah won't be here for some of the times, whatever way that works out. So that you can actually see how you can, or some of the equipment or some of the stuff you need to start accumulating it. I've accumulated it over the last 2.5 years between good microphones, cameras, the lights, the everything. I've been accumulating it. So, I keep saying to people, and I'm waiting for somebody to actually challenge me to it. Show me the overnight success. Show me one. And I guarantee you, I can show you the people that have been working at that underneath everything all the time. I don't know. Have you ever met an overnight success?
No such thing.
Yeah, never. So seed videos are very important. To seed anything is very important. But the seed videos are important if that's going to be your mode of communication, which I highly recommend moving forward. So you have to allow them to know where to click what. So guys, let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Let me know if you've enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed having you here, Sarah. I love working with Sarah because we bounce off each other so well. And what I can't do, she can. What she can't do is bugger all. I don't know what I do.
Well, I just saw the list. You're doing a lot. So my list is about this long.
Yeah, but then I do the overall.
But it'll take time.
But it's because we can bounce off any ideas and we don't have the huge... oh, that's not right,
No.
whatever. We go, oh yeah, let me think of that, and we try
It's a very creative space.
Yeah. And I encourage you to get into an environment, wherever that is for you, that you can get into where you have that creative juices going and you're encouraged to actually bring out stuff like that. It's really, really so strong to have that in such a growth environment. Rather than, and look, we all know, if you're in business at all, you will have come across this at some stage. Family, friends, well-meaning, coming from a place of love will say, why are you doing all that? Why don't you just go back and get a job? Well, because I want something different. Or maybe in this environment, there's no job to go back to. So get yourself into a growth environment. If you're not sure where that is, message me. I'll direct you in the right place, whether it's with the likes of myself and Sarah, or there's some people that I have to say, no, you actually need to go over here because that's where your ideal client is. That's where you can grow. That's where your target market is. So we have to find what's right for you. But if you're moving ahead in business at all, you got to get into video. You just got to start learning it. And it's not as big and scary as you think. Trust me, if I've learned it, you can learn it. Whatever about these new agers, they can learn. So.
Look, I was so scared of being on video. I mean, I think this is maybe my 4th live.
I keep making her do it.
But honestly, like, if there's anyone out there who is scared of putting their face to camera, can I say it's taken me years to get to this point? But that didn't actually stop me making videos. I've made videos that are just text and images, text and music, right. There's animation. It doesn't always have to be your face. And when I realized that, that's how I decided, right, I'm not just saying, no, this isn't me because I'm a little bit, iffy on a camera. It's getting better. But just know that there's other options out there when it comes to video. And it's not always about going live on Facebook and getting all the stress and that sort of thing going on. It does help. But when you're just starting out, there's a few different ways you can create videos, and that's something we're going to explore more.
Cool. Awesome. So guys, look, we're coming up to around time, unless you've got questions. Every Monday morning, 10 a.m. Australian Western Standard Time, there's going to be business tips on here. We'll stay on a bit longer if we need to, if you've got more questions, but usually around the 20-minute mark. Hop on. It's going to be about videos for the next couple of weeks. Then we'll go on to another topic for another few weeks. So this year is all about marketing, copywriting, videoing, and really culminating in an end-of-year event. So the last 2 years, we've ran a retreat. One was in Tassie, ran one in Perth. There'll be another one here. And here's the thing, guys. This is how organized you need to be. Like from November, we ran the retreat. From then, we started planning the next one in next November.
Yeah.
All over Christmas and New Year, while we kind of laugh at how organized I am. Christmas and New Year period, I spent in making master templates for these events. So I don't have to do it all during the year. So that's why last week, and if you haven't seen last week's live, have a look at it. I talked all about planning and the importance of it. So now you've got the plan in place. And once you've got it down there, it doesn't mean that, I can sit back and do nothing. Now it means I've got that there. It'll remind me. And I can just actually add more value to it on the way.
And I have to say, like, sitting here looking at this Asana list, I don't feel overwhelmed.
Okay.
But say without it, it feels like I've got to do this, and then there's more, and then whereas looking at this, it's like, no, we've got it. We can nail this.
Yes.
Yeah. It's taking the pressure off it, and it's just like, right, it's just the doing now.
and checking in like once a week. The two of us sat here and we went, right, what have we done? What's left to do? And we had a little list and 3 or 4 items. That's our main focus for this week. And we can add some few other bits. So guys, it's been awesome, and thank you so much for being here. So again, apologies if you see us doing a little bit of this. We're not the naughty dogs.
I know, I've been noticing that. I'm like, how? I'm like trying to share my time between the cameras.
So we're going live in 2 places at once to make sure we're using the time effectively. Just test it out and see how it goes. So we're in a group down here, and up here I'm in my personal page. So if you're watching this later, give us a hashtag replay. Let us know if you have any questions about video specifically for these upcoming next few weeks. And let's answer them for you. Let's cover it. We have ideas on what we think we want to cover. And some of those ideas are around the setup, some editing tips, why you should have a professional video versus a live video, or even a professional video that kind of looks like a live video. So we're going to go through all of those tips with you over the next few weeks. So make sure you tune in 10 a.m. Australian Western Standard Time. But if you have more questions, put them in the comments and we'll cover them as well. So anything to do with video, let us know your questions. And for now, it's kind of bye from us.
Bye.
See you later, guys. You need to get up and switch that one off. No, not that. The finish.
It's not working.
She's not working. These are the funny edits.